Hi guys, it's Life Coach Jessica here, and I wanted to take some time today to kind of make an announcement and also talk to you guys about some of the concepts that will be going on with this announcement. So I'm excited to announce that I am working on my first life coaching kind of skill building book, and I'm hoping to get it published by 2024. So today I want to talk to you guys about the signs of a tethered heart. So first, I guess let me explain what I mean by that. So a tethered heart to me is something that is bound or restricted from being able to be free. Free to love fully, free to experience emotions freely, free to just be. Whatever it needs to be so that it can feel the fullness and the vibrancy of life experiences, and it can also take advantage of all of the emotional opportunities that come along with life. And as a coach, actually one of my specialty areas is on the concept of love. Before I even opened my practice, I really studied the science of love, and built a lot of concepts of my practice around that. And then with also my bachelor's of science degree in psychology and the certification I did in life coaching, I also have the expertise in the human condition. So a tethered heart is something that I actually really opened my practice to try to work towards, to help people live more fully and more freely from a place of love, from a space of being the best version of themselves, because they could be open-hearted and they had the skill sets to do that without having to be restricted or bound by past hurts or, unknowings of how to do things and stuff like that. So it's a very important concept to me, but there are some signs to a tethered heart. So one is anxiety and depression. Those are signs that there is pain, there is stress, there is fear, there is sadness, there's a lot of chains, baggage, if you want to say, that's associated with the kind of feeling center, the emotional base of who you are as a human being. And it is completely understandable why so many people have that experience. But the conflict is that it one holds you back from really feeling and living and experiencing life to even half or more than half of its potential. The other is, if anybody's watched my videos and has worked with me, I'm a big proponent of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the other, and his kind of pyramid of human condition and human psychology, is that we all strive for that self-actualization, which to me is just being the best version of yourself. And with a tethered heart, it becomes very, very difficult to achieve that. Doesn't mean people still strive towards it, but it becomes a big source of pain and challenge and at times defeat and obstacles to try to get there. So, before I even opened my practice, I realized there's a world full of hurt, a world full of pain, and a world full of sorrow. And I knew instinctively, and then when I studied, that there's a different way to do this. So this is what the process of my book is really about. But what I want to talk to you today are, again, those signs. So that anxiety and depression are signs. Anger is also a sign of a tethered heart. Anger tends to be the raw emotion that we pull in because we don't want to feel those deeper emotions. So in some ways it can be a little more challenging because it's like a defense mechanism before you can even get to the feeling components of it. And it can be a fear-based mechanism too. Either way, anger is incredibly unhealthy for us to hold. It does a lot of toxic stuff to our actual biology and our physical well-being, so it creates its own additional obstacles, just as anxiety and depression do. Other tetherings of heart can be if we find ourselves holding back, and not holding back because it's not the right time or because we've got to build some skill sets or because there's a practical, logically based reason to do so, but holding ourselves back because there's just something. We can't quite put our finger on it, but something just always keeps us from making that jump, from taking that plunge. And that can absolutely be another sign of a tethered heart. An additional sign that I'll add today is one where we feel disconnected, whether it's disconnected within ourselves, disconnected from social kind of connections, disconnected from our workplace environment, disconnected from life in general. And I mean, yes, there can be situational circumstances that can create that feeling, so I'm not speaking to those. I'm speaking to just a general sense of disconnection in one or more of those areas. And that to me tells me there's another sign of a tethered heart, some sort of obstacle being or sitting in the way of being able to be your full feeling self. And when I say full feeling self, I don't mean just, super reactive. I actually don't mean reactive at all. I do guide towards a very proactive version of feeling, but not being so guarded because you're so wounded, to being able to feel what you need to feel so that you can continue to grow and expand and reach that process of self-actualization. I know there's not a whole lot of skill sets or tools that I've introduced in this video, but I think just the concept itself brings awareness, and that to me as a practitioner is the first thing that needs to come in to build change. So I guess today is more of an awareness video than a skill set building video, but I will be talking a lot about the other concepts that are actually going to be coming along with this book that are going to be very much a bridge and a stepping stone out of a tethered heart. But I hope that you found this interesting. I do encourage you to just kind of evaluate. You can do this evaluation without any real feeling at all. Take a very logical, evaluative approach to the different things that I've talked about. And if you kind of check off the boxes and find that you're really riding high in one of those areas, then it might be that you're struggling in some aspect of life with a tethered heart. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you like, please subscribe. I've said this before in my other videos, but I'm an actively working coach. I have individual sessions at least 3 times a week, and writing a book, and I've got a couple live events coming up, so I'm very busy on the other side of things, but this channel is something that I'm very excited to be doing and passionate about, but your support will absolutely help me build this and provide more of them. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye.